Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Audrey Shantz and I'm a watercolor artist and a watercolor teacher. We're here today to sketch Queen Anne's lace, which is one of my absolute favorites. But I'm realizing that when we did our last video, which was the Dahlia, we didn't write Dahlia. So I'm gonna quick do that, and you probably should too somehow. D-A-H-L-I-A. And there's a free printable. So you can get this so you can have a reference for your sketching if you would like. Otherwise, you can just sketch step by step with me today. This is what it's going to look like right here. The cutest, the most sort of idyllic wildflower, I think. And so we just need a pencil and an eraser. Look at my kitten is on the desk. This is Goose. Okay, so we just need a pencil, we need a kneaded eraser, and then since I'm going to be painting this, I'm working on 140-pound cold press watercolor paper. This is the Canson. All the supplies are linked in the description box below. If you're not going to be do watercoloring painting though, did you catch that? Watercoloring painting, then you can do it on any kind of paper that you want. So for supplies, that's all we needed. I think we're ready to go. Let's get painting. Let's get sketching, not painting. All right, as always, we're gonna start with observation. So this is the one we're doing today, Queen Anne's lace, one of my total favorites. It has a bit of a simplicity to it today. I mean, it'll be like the sketch I think is important, but then we're just gonna kind of simply paint it. If you notice, it has one stem coming up, and then all of these are sort of scooping out in a way. And if you think about, like, you know, your hand coming out in a way, it's got like a center, and they're all kind of running through that center. And they are kind of like cloud shapes, but they're all different a little bit. It's very, you know, just like little blobs, which I love. And then some of these are just extras that are coming out in a way sort of underneath of where the flower comes from. And then this, look at this leaf. It's almost like a little baby palm tree, right? So when you get it all together, I think this really comes together and just ends up being a beautiful addition to any painting where you want to have wildflowers especially. Let's go ahead and get started. I guess I just wanted to show you that if you're working on one sheet of paper like this, like we don't always do it exactly the same, and so I'm noticing differences on mine already, that like this came up a little further, so I don't know if I have quite as much space as I did, and so I may end up having some of these go behind. And that doesn't bother me at all. If it does bother you, do something different, or you can change the shape of this. It can be smaller and less wide if you wanted to. All of that is absolutely up to you. I keep bumping my paper here. But I like this one because it's on the edge, so I can easily show you this one and this one at the same time. Okay, so let's find, where do we think that that stem's gonna go? You know what, one more thing, because some of you were doing this, I guess I just want you to watch that if you're placing this one in here, you need space for this portion to come all the way up close to this stem. See that? And so your stem needs to come off to the side a bit. This is the space we're kind of using. It's almost like a big triangle, right? Not really, but kind of. So make space for this if you're going to try to add it to the page. So I'll even go like this. Look at, I think that this one is going to need like this much space, and I'm just going to leave that random shape there. That way I work around it. Okie doke, let's do it. So this stem, I'm going to come from down here, and I'm going to bring it all the way up. Where do I think that center is going to have to be? Maybe here. Okay, so that would be the bottom. I'm putting a dot where we have this, which is the center of all of those nice scoops for the flowers. And then I want that stem to kind of come, I love a good long stem on this, so I'm going to bring it all the way like that. Now I'm pressing very lightly. I have a nice sharp pencil. Anything I do really hard, I can't erase. So then you just feel like if you can't erase, you can't play. So it's a bummer. So press lightly, okay? This is that one. I'm gonna also just kind of stick this one off to the side for a second somehow, so I know that I have space. Look, I can even do this for this palm tree. Palm tree leaf, you know? And just for a second, like, this is how we make sure we have space for everything before we get all of our details on there. And if I bump this with my pencil again, it's because it's bowed up right now. Okay, we've got this. Now we want some really nice big scoops. So I don't need it to be exactly like this one, but I can. And since I know I kind of want some to go over here, I'm going to start like this. I'm going to skip that and scoop up and around. Now I kind of want, there we go. I wanted it a little bit rounder. Okay, so I'm giving one really nice big one. Now the key for me is that all of these are going to come and hit right there and bounce back up. And I've done a video, like I have a single video about this type of a flower. And now every time I do it, I'm just ignoring this. You could draw on top of it and erase it too. But so I've got some of these really nice scoops and I'm always trying to find a new space for it. Like that one even could have come, watch, down, hit it, come down and up. This is a fun experiment to do in a sketchbook, just trying to sketch this where you have all these lines hitting that same spot, but how unique can you make it with some of them coming down and some of them are going to start low, maybe ends here, another tall one here, scoop it, and maybe it comes towards the front. Do you see what I mean? And this is just like satisfying. I love doing it. I think I'm going to stop with that for just a second. Get rid of any pencil I didn't want. I'm going to draw these ones from the base. So they're starting here, out and away, but these ones are like towards you, out and away. And remember, I don't want to cut into this too much, so I stopped because we put this circle here so that we definitely have that little palm tree. You know what I'll do though is I'll actually move the palm tree down a little. So just put this back, put this, and then now I know I've got space. I'll still put a circle there though. Because if I don't, I might just be like, oh, I know. And I'll just go right over it and forget all about it. Now, I like that when I look at this one, I see kind of a whole row of them this way. And I see these ones that are just organic coming up and around in different ways. So I like that I'm going to get a bit of that. I think I'm going to want another one like right here. Maybe we can stick another one this way. So you can keep pulling them through, or you could just place where you want to see a few more. Maybe just like that. So I get this nice width. See that shape? It's just so good, right? And from here, actually, let's do our palm tree next, and then we'll get into the little flowers. So zooming in. See it? It's cute, right? Here's the center. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little scoops off of it. And they come out and away. And this is like a little lightning. You know, for lightning, you go up and down, up, right? So you get that nice little shape to it. And so let's do it. Here's the center. Put a little circle for that. And up and away. That's going to be one of them. And I'll just kind of close it off. Really, I think that when I look at my sketch, some of them just have that zigzag lightning on one side. Some have it on both. So I can vary that a bit. This was the top one, so this one will come to here. You can put a dot where you're going. Everything's coming out and away from that center. So this way, some zigzags back. And you know how I like to do, so let's do one down here. This just keeps us all going towards the center. So now I got 3. Let's put one this way. You don't want it to get lost. You do want to see this shape. Add a nice curve. See these ones over here? Curved top. So that got wonky, but it's still, the whole thing has that curve, so I like it. Pretty good. And I want to move the stem so I can see that stem easily. And I'll widen up this stem as well. Good, right? Now, any of that stem that goes through those leaves, you want to erase because the leaves are in front, so we would not see those lines going through. It's already so cute. I love this one. Okay, now we'll look at them one more time. They're little clouds. They're little fluffy clouds. They're very horizontal in shape, so nothing is going to be like this. It's all going to be kind of nice and flat this way. And so let's begin. I'm going to have it going behind this one since we've already painted this one and it will sit on the top. So I'll start with kind of here, and I'm doing this nice fluffy shape. Fluffy on the top, fluffy on the bottom. So what are these? They're like little rainbows kind of all the way around, but creating a nice sort of flattened oval. Do another one over here. Maybe I want another one to be in front of it. That's okay. Oh, you know what I want to just do? Okay, this is what I really care about, is this shape being up top. Let's actually get some more of those in. So right at the top of them, you're gonna widen that one out. Isn't that so great? And now you get to stick another. So we'll do that in at least a few spots. Here's one. Some of them maybe you wouldn't see them, that doesn't matter. Here, we'll stick another one like that. Right? Are you like obsessed? Okay, we're gonna keep doing this shape, so I'm gonna tell a little story, but we're all doing the same thing. We're doing this big fluffy shape, maybe one, maybe a little one behind it. Do you see that? Okay, giving us some dimension. Okay, so we're gonna keep sketching. I think I've told this story before because I do love these flowers, but my mom used to take us, well, my mom and my dad and my sister and I, at the time I only had one sister, and we would go on these bike rides, and just we'd go to Dairy Queen all the time is what we did, really, in the library on our bikes. But there was always Queen Anne's lace, and my mom always pointed it out, and she loved them, and so now I do too. I hope my kids, I don't know, I hope I'm pointing out something that they end up loving later too. I'm sure I am. But see this, we're just giving them all these little tops. So every top of the stem, we're adding these to it. We got Queen Anne's lace, and they were always white, but in this case, I wanted to see if there were other colors, and I found purple, and I really like that one too. So anywhere that you want to add these extra little stems, you can do so. I think this is great. Some more little fluffs right here. And what I like is they all overlap in this really organic way. There's nothing methodical about it. So if yours looks like a perfect rainbow, yours is going to be very orderly and symmetrical. It's going to be less realistic and natural looking. See, we need the overlap. We need the different lengths, all this variety. And then we're erasing anything that ends up going through the centers because the flower would be overlapping stems. Here we go. This needs a good one. So I like, if you've got a bigger spot, do a couple of them. So it'd be like a couple little groups. And then we're all going to be looking at this. I'm going to get rid of this holding shape now, okay, because it's in my way. But we're all looking at our stems and kind of going, okay, does it need another one or not? Do you like it? So don't just follow me. Follow me. Okay, and then look at it and see what you got. Assess it. You can walk away and go and get a little snack and come back, and then look at it again with sort of fresh eyes and see what you think about it then. I feel like I want something, I think I want one more like right here somewhere. So I think I'll do it. I'm gonna give it a stem first. Okay, and then I have another one here. So it just looked like a gap that I wanted to fill. You see what you think of yours. We do want some random ones. See how we've got some that are just out of the bounds? And I like that for this one. I almost wish I had. Yeah, I'm gonna take one out for that same reason. And then I think I'm wrapping up with my sketch. Yeah, I like how that, I didn't want it quite so filled in. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Okay, so fully erase what you don't want. I'll have to get that one erased more. And I think we are ready for our watercoloring. So thanks for hanging out with me and sketching. You can find the watercolor painting on our next video.